I want you to load the jail full of them.
There's pressure to arrest DUIs.
Finally, these former troopers admit what we all already knew about corruption within law enforcement agencies.
It's a quota.
I would have said something before if it wouldn't have been career suicide for me. This is corruption. We're ruining people's lives. We're being forced to ruin people's lives.
With each passing day, I become increasingly convinced that the most vile criminals in the world wear uniforms and badges. Before we get into this news story right here, let me ask you a question. Could anybody pay you enough to arrest innocent people and ruin their lives? I mean, do you have a price? Would it be $100,000 a year, $250,000 a year? Would you ruin a life for $1 million a year? And if you truly have a moral compass, could anybody force you to ruin somebody else's life? Check this out from WSMV Nashville.
This is corruption. We're ruining people's lives. We're being forced to ruin people's lives.
Former state troopers are coming forward tonight, blowing the whistle, they say, on a quota system that's leaving innocent people charged with crimes they did not commit. Good evening. I'm Lauren Lowry.
And I'm Marius Payton.
I'm Tracy Cornett. The next time you're out driving on the interstate, especially late, you're going to be thinking about what WSMV4 Investigates has now uncovered.
Chief investigative reporter Jeremy Finley is here with the latest on his sobering problem investigation.
Well, guys, let me clarify that before we move on. What you're going to be thinking about as you travel the roads in Tennessee, specifically around Nashville, is, am I going to be pulled over by a badged criminal? Will the lives of myself and my family be jeopardized for no freaking reason because they got a quota? That's what you're going to be thinking about.
Uncovered is more than just two former troopers coming forward about what they say is a system designed to pressure troopers into making as many DUI arrests as possible. We've also obtained a secretly recorded meeting and internal maps that troopers say explains why so many innocent people are being charged with DUI.
We've told you about Thomas Manis's arrest and Stephanie Fair's and Candace Slade's and all the other people arrested for DUI by state troopers when they were completely sober. But we've never heard from any of the troopers who've arrested sober people for DUI until now.
This is corruption. We're ruining people's lives. We're being forced to ruin people's lives.
Do you know if you've ever...
That was a former trooper. You can't be forced to ruin somebody's life unless you have no morality. There's no moral compass. You don't have a compassionate bone in your body. You're a willing participant in the violation of the golden rule. You're doing to others the very thing you would not want done to you. I don't care how much they dangle at the end of that carrot stick. I don't care how much money they offer you. I don't care how much pressure they put on you. You are not going to do it if you're a good person.
We're being forced to ruin people's lives.
Do you know if you've ever arrested a sober driver for DUI?
Yes, sir. I'm sure I have.
Then guess what? You suck. You suck as a human being. You failed in life. I don't care if you're an ex-trooper right now blowing the whistle. I mean, I'm glad you are, but that doesn't change who you are. And wait till you hear why this ex-trooper got fired.
Former troopers Ashley Smith and Adam Potts say there's a reason so many innocent people have been arrested for DUI in Tennessee by state troopers. A reason, they say, revealed in these internal maps and recorded audio from a troopers meeting in Chattanooga.
Arrest every DUI that you can get your hands on.
We've always thought this was a great thing because you want to get drunk drivers off the road. Do you feel like that this push to get DUIs is eventually having a negative outcome?
Absolutely. There's pressure to arrest DUIs.
Potts says it's not just pressure.
It's a quota.
I have to ask you, did you ever feel pressure just to pull someone over and arrest them for DUI just to make a quota?
Absolutely.
It's something directly addressed in recorded audio from a meeting with Captain Patrick Turner out of...
If that's true, what he's saying is, I did wrong. I did some really bad things to people. I committed criminal activity because I didn't want to get in trouble from the command staff. Seriously, what does that tell you about this guy?
It's something directly addressed in recorded audio from a meeting with Captain Patrick Turner out of Chattanooga obtained by WSMV4 Investigates.
I'm passing on the message of what the command staff wants. What does hard work look like? Well, it could look like arresting 100 plus DUIs a year.
In that meeting, it stipulated to troopers on the midnight shift, 100 DUI arrests will be required each year per trooper.
Yeah, but they could totally get out of that by saying, we said arrest DUIs. Of course we want to arrest DUIs. We don't want drunk drivers out there jeopardizing the lives of your family members, do we? So they can get out of this. This is plausible deniability. They're not even saying in these secret recordings, just arrest anybody and call it a DUI. They're specifically saying, let's arrest DUIs. The evidence against them is when WSMV and these other investigative news teams look into the fact that the people that they are arresting are completely sober. No drugs, no alcohol in the system when they get the toxicology report back.
If they're DUI, I want you to load the jail full of them.
Turner also talks about consequences when it comes to how many DUI arrests are made, as well as contacts, meaning drivers pulled over each shift.
You turn in 33 DUIs per year and 1.7 contacts, you're going to get spanked.
But despite
that does sound like a quota, because what if there's not that many drunk drivers? What if there's nobody driving on the road that's intoxicated or under the influence of drugs? It's the troopers themselves who've gone out there and made the decision. You know what? I want my numbers to look good. I want to impress the command staff. I want that plaque on the wall, and I want Mothers Against Drunk Driving to throw a banquet for me. I want to get a raise. I want all that overtime that it takes to apprehend these DUI suspects, whether they're drunk or not.
what you just heard, this is what the THP emailed us. Quote, the Tennessee Highway Patrol does not have or use quotas for traffic stops, citations, or arrests. And there's more. In emails obtained through the Open Records Act, Captain Bruce McCarley sent out maps this year. Subject line, DUI map. It shows every county in District 8 and every trooper with a number next to it. These former troopers say those are the numbers of DUI arrests made by each trooper.
What is the message to you all? Why send this out to troopers?
You're not doing good enough because somebody else is beating you with the DUIs. You need to do better.
These former troopers say there are incentives for troopers to make DUI arrests.
The advantage of arresting somebody, whether they're really drunk or not, is I continue to get that premium overtime.
So does that translate to troopers feeling like, if I'm working this shift, I've got to find somebody to arrest?
Absolutely.
In other words, I was willing to sell my soul for overtime money, and I didn't care whose life I had to wreck in order to do it. Yes, monsters walk among us, and they're wearing uniforms and badges.
I'm working this shift, I've got to find somebody to arrest?
Absolutely.
For full transparency, both Potts and Smith were fired by the THP. Potts pleaded guilty to leaving the scene of a single car accident involving his personal vehicle.
I made a mistake. I had to crash off duty.
And if I still had my trooper job, to this day, I'd be operating as a domestic terrorist, ruining the lives of Americans.
And the THP is seeking to decertify Smith, accusing her of helping a family member to get out of a DUI. She's fighting that claim before the state.
The THP may simply say that you're just a disgruntled employee, and that's why you're coming forward.
I would have said something before if it wouldn't have been career suicide for me.
So while she was a trooper, she tried to help a family member get out of a DUI while she was wrecking yours and my family members by accusing them of driving under the influence when they were completely sober. And as she admits, she couldn't be bothered with committing professional suicide. I mean, she's too busy and happy committing professional law enforcement criminality. And it came with a healthy paycheck, so she wasn't incentivized to stop because she's not a good person. She's scum and she has no credibility.
I would have said something before if it wouldn't have been career suicide for me.
As for what the THP says about their claims and everything else we've obtained, we don't know.
Colonel, this is Jeremy Finley with Channel 4.
After we tried to speak with the head of the THP in August, and he drove away in a car, we once again sent our findings to them, asking for an interview. Instead, they sent a statement reading in part, troopers are highly trained and expected to use their judgment and make necessary traffic stops based on observed violations and public safety needs.
Public safety needs are always the alibi and the cry and the justification of tyrants.
I think they really don't care about the citizens. I think they care about the way it looks, the perception.
They're actively engaged in corruption, and they know they're ruining people's lives.
This is corruption. We're ruining people's lives. We're being forced to ruin people's lives.
Let's make this clear. Nobody forced her to ruin anybody's life. It was a choice that she made, and she made it because she was being paid handsomely for it. Leave your thoughts about this for the world and the global thought police in the comments section below. Do you feel sorry for these ex-troopers? Can you really believe one word that they say? If you want to support this channel, you can do it for free. Just like this video, share it with others, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification icon, and let's change the world. I'll see you in the next video.